yeah, there's just so many that I think that if one went down, there's still people who are on a different one who have everything's working for them. You know what I mean?
Jeez. Okay,
There's
hold
just
on. So before we get too far ahead of ourselves,
right.
I'm going to do this countdown. 3, 2, 1, and we're live. Hi, buddy. Welcome
What's
to
happening?
Joyride.
Thank you very much for having me on. It's very cool to be here.
I thank you for your time. I'm getting this much of a taste of what you probably been going through for a long time now, and that is just my DMs have exploded. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh my, I didn't anticipate it. Like, the community is really embracing the idea. There isn't even, like, at the time of this recording, I haven't posted a podcast yet. Like,
yeah, I think I've seen you like post like maybe one thing about it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And I'm booked until mid-October.
Wow. Yes. I mean, here, that's like the best start you could ask for. I mean, you know.
Right? I'm super friggin' blessed. Like, without the community, there would be no podcast, like, at all. Like, this had to, like, the community needed to exist for this to exist.
Yeah.
And, I knew people would be down, but everybody's down. And that is just, I can't.
That's awesome.
Right? And I'm not going to be able to get to everybody, and I'm sorry, but I promise to, like, do my best. Right?
Dude, I think that's, I think we're just lucky. Like, that's the good thing about this community is that everybody just wants...
How did this episode's about you? I'm going to shut up. How did you deal with it when it happened to you?
What do you mean? Like, just when my kind of YouTube got a bit more popular and whatnot?
And, every person was just like, hey, check out this clip. Hey, here's a line. Hey, here's
that does happen a lot.
And, like, God bless you. Like, it's amazing. Thank you. Like, it's really cool that people would even, like, think to reach out, because, like, who the hell am I, right? I'm just the dude doing what, I'm just skating like everybody else.
So. Well, I mean, it's the same. I mean, who the hell am I at the same time? Like, I just started this thing one day because it was something that I thought I could, just a creative outlet and something that I thought I might as well try and make something out of this. Yeah. And then I didn't expect things to kind of happen so quick and for things to blow up. I mean, I think I only uploaded my first video in January, maybe this year. Yeah. So for things to, like, get to where they are now so quickly, and I'm not saying it, not that I'm like this huge YouTuber or anything, but I mean, it's like, I discovered it pretty much. I was like dived into the deep end of this community, and then so for everyone to be hitting me up and messaging me about things is like an honor. Like, right? I'm stoked for them to be coming to me. You know what I mean?
It's fucking cool, man. It's super freaking cool. And, it's what I appreciate about you, especially, is you do it different than other content creators, which is hard to do because, I mean, it's about skating, right? And so I like, okay, we're going to get to that in a second. First of all,
all right.
About a little bit about yourself and your background, where you grew up, how it influenced your skating. I know that like you just posted the other day, you're like in a tiny town of like population skater.
Yeah, pretty much. It hasn't always been like this though. Like, so I'm from a town called Donegal in Northern Ireland, which is basically, like, if you can judge it on a map, it's basically like the closest to Scotland. Scotland's like right across the sea.
Okay.
So it's on that side of the country. But so it's a pretty small town here. It's a busy town, but so it's small, but it's busier than it can handle, especially nowadays. It's just, there's been more houses being built, like, compared to when I was growing up to now. There's like tons more houses. Just every bit of grass, every bit of land that there was is now a housing development. So the town is like crazy busy for all its size. But I mean, I guess if do you want to know how I found skating, how I got into it?
Yeah, of course. Everybody wants to know.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I to be honest, as far back as I can remember being conscious as like a human being, like, when you reach that point of consciousness as a kid where you kind of realize this is life. I just remember skateboarding being there to some extent.
Wow.
And it's not like anybody in my family got me into it. It's not like anybody was interested in it. But I just always remember, it's just as far back as I can remember, there was something to do with skateboarding there. And when I was kind of, I don't know, 10, 11, maybe, I got an Argos skateboard, which is basically like the UK and Ireland's equivalent to a Walmart board.
Yeah.
You know, like just one of those like crap plastic trucks, like the worst wood.
It's like everybody's first bike.
Yeah, right. Yeah, pretty much. And like the grip tape it's not even grippy. It's not grip tape. It's just like, I don't even know what it is.
Sandpaper.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I got one of those when I was super young. And at the time, I think there was more of a skateboarding scene than maybe there is now. Not so much in my time, but it was definitely, there was things happening close to me. Like I remember there used to be an indoor skate park that's in a town, Bangor, which is only about half an hour from me. So there was definitely more than there is now. But I mean, I just used to push around, get in people's way, basically, on this like cheap little board, you know. And I mean, I felt awesome. I thought I was cool, just pushing around this thing. But you know, I was just getting in the way of people who could actually skate.
So what did influence you in skating then? Like, where did you get your like, were they from videos? Were they?
Yeah, I think like some of the first videos I saw were, I think maybe like Birdhouse videos. I remember there was some sort of connection to Tony Hawk,
or was it games that influenced it first? Because for some people it's one.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, to be honest, now that you mention it, I'm not sure what came first, if it was watching some skate videos or the games. But I mean, I played pretty much the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series from you know, growing up.
For me, it was totally games, because even though I grew up in Toronto and it's a huge city, there's no skaters.
Oh, really?
Like,
that's hard to believe, man.
I know it's hard to believe, and like the problem is like security is really, really tight. People are super, you know, like poo-poo at each other. Like, like it's not a problem to yell at somebody in public in Toronto, right? Which, you know, and like, yeah, of course there are skaters, but name me a skater from Toronto. You know what I mean? In a population this size, there should be one, right? And we don't have that. And so definitely it was, and mind you, Toronto is an hour away from Toronto. So it takes forever to get anywhere. And it's so damn big that in the area that I lived in was like so suburbs, you'd never see a skateboard.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Like they're there, but they're probably in the same situation as you, where they're just miles away from you. They can't find a skateboarder where they are. Yeah. I guess, I mean, yeah, that's the thing here. Like there has always been skateboarders in Northern Ireland. But it's just so rural here. Like I'm pretty much in the middle, you know, we're all like kind of in the middle of nowhere. So
yeah,
we only cross paths if, say, like if I go up to the city or something, up to Belfast, which is about an hour, but a little over an hour away. Okay. Then that's where most of the skaters would have been anyway, because that's the city. That's where all the spots are, pretty much. Yeah. But all the towns around that are very much like, there's not a lot going on. They're not that big. Yeah. So there's skaters there, but crossing paths with them is a whole different thing. Like, it might never happen. But I mean, I was lucky that when I was growing up here, that I got a solid group of friends that I got to grow up skating with. And I mean, that was enough, like, because there's not really that much to skate in my town at all. Even still to this day, we have like 3 maybe actual skate spots, and it's mostly flat ground. Yeah. Like, that's about it, you know. It's hard to find smooth ground over here. So I was just thankful that I at least found a group of friends that I was able to skate with, because I don't know if I would have kept it up if I had been on my own that entire time. Like, I don't know if I would have
literally going to ask that next. It was going to be like, what the hell kept you skating?
Yeah, well, that was pretty much it. Like, I mean, that, and just the fact that I got so absorbed in it. Like, I know that, you know, like skate videos. I think I remember one of my first skate videos I got was at a motorbike show, because my dad likes motorbikes. Yeah. He brought me to a motorbike show, And for some reason, they always had stalls that just had these like action sport DVDs. So they had a skate video. I think it was like Birdhouse. It had something to do with Tony Hawk. And I was a kid and I was like, Tony Hawk, this is like the one skater I know.
Yeah.
Probably from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yeah.
And I probably had like Bob Burnquist or something on it. And yeah, I think I just watched that and I was like, this. It actually did have street skating as well. It wasn't all vert. And I was like, this is the best thing ever. This is so cool. So I mean, I don't know. I found a passion for it very quickly, but I think that if I hadn't, if at least find a couple of friends to skate with, then my, love for it probably would have declined sooner because, it's just hard to go out and skate by yourself. You know what I mean? When you're the only one, like it's hard to keep yourself motivated,
Yeah. Especially when, people often imitate things that they see, and when there's nothing to imitate, it's really hard to get creative because you don't even know where to start sometimes.
Yeah.
And seeing something on video is one thing, but then seeing somebody do it in front of your face is completely something else.
Oh yeah, 100%. When you see someone like land a tray flip for the first time or something like in person, it's like mind blowing.
Right. And you also learn, you learn completely differently when it's happening in front of your face because, well, the first thing is like, where were your feet? What did you do?
Yeah.
I remember like I was really heavily into rock climbing at one point and I was having a really hard time on this route. And this woman came in and she had one arm and she did the route first try.
Wow.
I had been struggling on for hours. And so I was just like, sorry.
That's insane.
How did you do that? Like, what am I doing wrong? And she told me it's not about grip strength. When you're holding on to something that you can't actually grip, it's about downforce. It's about pushing down on the object, and the more you weigh, the less you're gonna slip off.
Okay.
And then I was able to do it, right? But like,
wow, that's insane.
A video, I would have never been able to get that information or that.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's like even watching like trick tips, like trick on YouTube, like it's not the same as somebody showing you it in person, because then you can really get the feel for it. Yeah, I think you for anything you definitely need that like interaction with other people who are doing what you want to get into doing,
When you started streaming, what were your expectations? Like just going into it,
like going into to kind of starting YouTube, or
just like I know when I did it, I quickly fell out of the streaming because I just like wanted people to talk with and chat to, because obviously this is what I do. And I didn't care about what like anything else that came with it. I just wanted to hang out with people, and it was extremely hard to gather anybody. I mean, well, I needed to target it in a different way. So for you, what were your expectations?
It's really hard to say, to be honest.
Did you have any, or is this something you just like, I'm gonna do this?
Yeah, I think that was pretty amazing. Much it. Like, because so I mean, I've been playing Skitter XL for, I think that pretty much Session and Skitter XL, because I played Session actually a long time ago before I got back into it, but that pretty much got me through like lockdown, when that was, the world was in lockdown.
That's when I started playing Skater XL.
Yeah, it's like the perfect time, right? Because then you can't go outside, and around that time as well, I wasn't skating as frequently. I kind of got lazy and whatnot and depressed with the whole lockdown, like most people did.
Yep.
So that was kind of Skater XL, especially, was like my kind of break free from all that. And I was playing so much, and I got pretty good at it. And I was like, I want to do something with it. I'm always trying to find something creative to do, because before that I made music, and I still do kind of make music, but I kind of fell out of love with that. And I was like, I want some creative, something just to like massage my creative brain and just, keep me satisfied and like occupied.
Absolutely.
And I thought, you know what? I play this game all the time. I'll record a couple of videos on it and just put it on YouTube. And I don't think I had any expectations at all. I put it out there. I thought maybe a few people would see it and whatnot, but I had no prior knowledge to how deep the community went and how deep and about fake skate brands and all that. I had no clue about any of that beforehand.
Talk about the iceberg, right?
Yeah, like, because you don't notice this, especially if you're playing, because I started playing on console before I got my gaming PC and stuff, and it was like, if you're just playing it, just as as it is, you just think, oh, it's just a game. There's other people might be playing multiplayer or whatever,
Yeah.
but you just don't realize until you're like you dive in there, and then you see like there's a whole ecosystem of
Well,
things
when
going
I
on.
found out there was sponsors and people making apparel and people making boards and like graphics, obviously I just thought like, oh, that's a mod thing. Like you're gonna put a mesh on there, whatever.
Mhm.
But when I found out one of the things that I said in my last video was I hate that we call it fake skate because it takes real time, it takes real talent to get good. It takes real money if you want to get a rig to like run
Yeah.
really nice and do all these really nice things online with everybody. And so it's such a real thing.
Yeah, that's
The word fake in front of it, I wish we called it like, I don't know, digital skate or something, like something
yeah.
that
No,
wasn't,
that's actually quite profound. Yeah, you're right. There's not. It's very real for
you
being
know
called
what I
fake
mean?
skate.
Like the
Yeah.
whole concept of this podcast even is real people, real talk, fake skate.
Mhm.
And and I have those like two words, real, like real again, repeating because like I'm like, it's so like
Yeah.
these are real people with real jobs and families and kids and
Mhm.
it, even to put up a clip a day, it's work, man.
Oh yeah. Even I can't keep up with that. Like I try to keep like I try to like post on TikTok daily, and even that's difficult.
It's
Like,
it's really hard,
yeah,
especially when you have prior engagements or you have like, you're working on things or whatever it could be. It's
yeah, exactly. That's it. I mean, like sometimes I find it hard to find the time to post on YouTube, but I'm kind of lucky that I have, I don't have to I don't have to upload every single day. I can always take a break and
so that was
and
my
whatnot.
that was my next question is, do you find it more, I'm not going to say stressful, do you find it harder to keep momentum than it was building it? Because I don't think it was hard for you to build momentum. I watched you grow like quite quickly, and fucking deservedly so. You're enjoyable.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the building of momentum happened kind of out of nowhere, so I wasn't expecting that. So that was definitely a surprise and very new to me. So that was very exciting. So I think yes, yeah, I would say surprisingly the building of momentum was a lot easier than keeping it. There was a long period. I've gone through periods of drought with my videos where like they just aren't getting super good views and my subscribers don't seem to be moving at all.
Some algorithm crap sometimes too.
Yeah, yeah, right. So,
You miss a couple days and it's like, oh, sorry, you've been
yeah, exactly. That's it. Or like just my title or my thumbnail or something isn't like good enough. And then that video just doesn't hit the mark that my other videos have, and then my subscribers have just come to like it took me it didn't take me that long to get from like 0 subscribers to say 1,000, right? It didn't take me a crazy amount of time to get there, but to get from 1,000 subscribers to 2,000 subscribers, which I only just reached like like a couple weeks ago, that took forever.
Congrats, by the way. That's a freaking awesome milestone, man. That must
thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's but that's like a milestone that I've been like really trying to reach for a long time, for what seems like so much longer than it took to actually get to become like a YouTube partner and hit 1,000 in the first place.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the reason is behind that, but it just seems like once you're, I don't know, once you've like already kind of grown to an extent, it's almost you have to kind of really push through the rest of the way, to get to the next milestone, pretty much.
Yeah, the algorithm is definitely forcing people to push themselves.
Yeah,
because people chew up content like nothing else, man. I don't think there's a food people devour more than content.
Yeah, that's what we absorb as people now, and we absorb it in such a fast manner. It's so quick. Like even YouTube videos now, you can't make them too long because people are going to lose interest. People just want that content and they want it quick and fast.
Which is why I wanted to do a podcast, because I was like, I know people want 15 minutes, but I'm like, I just, one thing that happened over COVID and that didn't change was people, they got secluded, they stuck to themselves, and we don't hang out the way we used to.
Yeah.
It's a totally different everything now. And so this is definitely my outlet to be able to like converse and talk about things that, matter to us and things that we put work into. And, the community is unlike any I've ever belonged to in my life. The amount of positive vibes and likes that everybody gets and high fives and recommend it. It's like, it's not one of those not enough food for everybody mentalities.
Yeah.
It's very much like feast for all.
There's no
I love it.
Nobody's like thinking, oh no, here's another fake skit content creator or whatever. People are just like, yes, that another one's great, we want more. They want their feed to be filled up with more Skater XL stuff or session stuff. Like, people, nobody's stepping on anyone's toes. Everyone is doing the same thing, and we're all we're all like motivating each other. And I feel like in a lot of things that that doesn't happen. There's other communities out there that are more it's more of a competition.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's just not the case at all in this community. But I think that kind of goes for skateboarding as a whole as well. It's never about competition. It's just about being together and doing the same thing and hyping each other up and whatnot.
Well, the way it differs from so many other sports or activities or hobbies or lifestyles is that you fail way more than you succeed when skateboarding. And that's something that's rare for people to endure. Most, like, I have friends, they won't touch session or Skater XL.
Yeah.
Like it's too difficult, or it takes too much time, or it's not like one.
They just can't get over that like initial hump of trying to get into the game. Yeah.
And so, part of getting that clip is, it's going to take you 15 minutes sometimes, depending what kind of line you're going for. But like, you look forward to that, like some kind of insane person. You're just like, oh yeah, I can't wait to sit down and like get this trick, knowing it's not going to happen right away.
Yeah.
Right? Could you imagine like making dinner? Like, I can't wait to make dinner 6 times until it tastes good. Like, we don't.
Yeah. What's that the quote of insanity, the definition of insanity? It's like trying the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different outcomes. But the thing, it's pretty much with skateboarding, with fake skate, that's exactly what you're doing. Except the amazing thing about it is there, at the end of it, there is a different outcome, and you're going to land that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like one for the insane guy.
Yeah. You're just going around in a loop again and again and again, doing the exact same thing, the exact same way.
But awesome.
Eventually, somehow it will come out, and you'll land it, and it'll be worth that entire like 2 hours you just wasted if your life is 100% worth it in that moment.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So okay, take us in a day in life of Pigeon Thief. You wake up one morning, you're like, I'm gonna make this video. What's your creative process?
So I've never had to describe this before, so I have to kind of think about it here. So usually when I'm not working, because I have a day job like most people do. So when I'm free on a day, I've already woken up and I've already set myself. I'm like, right, today's the day I'm going to make a video. I'll kind of have upload a video, then so like the way my schedule works is I'll upload a day, and then a day of no uploads, and then upload a day, and then a day of no uploads is what I try to do anyway.
Okay.
So I'll just get up in the morning. I'll leave it till a little bit later. I don't want to go straight to my computer. I need to wake up. I need to get myself kind of in the mood before I just, put on the ring light, put on my webcam and
amen to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, it's gotta be, I gotta kind of put on a bit of a face, in the morning. So yeah. And then normally I'll just check if I don't already have any prior plans for a video. I'll just see if there's any new maps or anything like that happening, or just whatever I'm feeling. Sometimes I'm not feeling like anything in particular. I just want to play the game. And I pretty much just boot up the game and OBS, and I just hit record, and I just kind of go with the flow from there on.
How important is the map?
I mean, it needs to be a good map. If I'm going to do a video on it, it needs to be something that has enough. Like, I need to enjoy it. Because if I'm not enjoying it, it's going to come across in the video. And I'm sure that I have plenty of videos out there where you can tell that my mood is just down, and like I'm just not in the mood for it.
You hide it pretty well. It's something that you would know. And one of the reasons we wouldn't know is because you're very unique, and when you're playing the game, you don't speak.
Yeah.
And it's one of the things that I really like that got me when I started watching was that I got to enjoy the skating. Because when you watch a skate video, they're not calling out the tricks.
Yeah, they're not like talking to the filmer what trick,
right?
Telling the filmer what trick they're about to do. Yeah,
like that's not happening, right? And you're just like laying back and you're watching a skate video, and like you're able to do whatever you need to do, and it's not the visual is grabbing your attention, not the words. Because I find sometimes when it's, and there's nothing wrong with calling out tricks. A lot of people like that because maybe they're learning, or I'm like, that's one of the things that's definitely helped me over time was watching like somebody like NightSpeeds who calls out his tricks and stuff like that. And
yeah, no, it definitely serves a purpose. And I've had loads of people comment before actually saying like, could you call out your tricks more, because I want to know like what you're thinking when you do this line, or like how the process kind of works. But I mean, I kind of find it a little bit hard to focus on skating good and also talking to the into the microphone at the same time. That's like in real life skating, I'm not doing that. I'm just silent, focusing on whatever trick I'm going to do. Right. So, but like you were saying about how you can really, it helps you focus on the skating. And that's like, was important to me. I was like, this isn't about me. My channel isn't about me. It's about the skating. I wanted, the gameplay has to be good. Yeah. I can't upload. I'm not going to upload a video if it's me just either not landing tricks or just landing sketchy, horrible looking tricks, because nobody wants to watch that. People are here to watch the game that I'm playing at the end of the day. It's not about me, it's about the game. So I don't want to be a distraction.
Yeah.
I want to be there when I'm needed to introduce or to give information on something or whatever. But when it comes to the skating, I'll just let the skating talk,
Absolutely. Like there's a dude, Primitive Technology, where he makes like stuff in the rainforest.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. Yeah. Was it someone else that was like called out or something for being fake?
It was another one. They're also called Primitive Technology, but they like their icons are different, and they're people that like make underground waterfalls.
Or like they're like a whole hotel like underground or something.
Yeah, but this other dude like makes like sandals out of leaves and like shows you how to make charcoal out of wood and stuff like that.
Oh, sick. Yeah,
outside and like
actual useful things,
really useful stuff, but he doesn't say a damn word. And his videos are 10 minutes or less, and so you're forced to watch in order to learn, and it's super engaging. Like that's good. That's a good way of drawing people in as well. Like that's what you do, bro. That's exactly what you do. You're drawing us in to pay attention, and you give us a completely different side of content creation, because everybody's always blabbing all the time. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, I suppose subconsciously that is what I'm doing. Yeah, I've just never really thought about it. But,
it's 100% what you're doing, man, and it's fucking brilliant. And I really appreciate it, because I mean, there's nothing wrong with talking your audience through things, and I enjoy that, right? But it's also really nice to get something different, and like you're my break away from skating while watching some more skating.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, I think the reason behind it is that I'm never gonna put on this like YouTube personality. Like, yes, maybe I'll try and make myself a bit more, I'll try and make myself seem a bit more excited or something. Maybe when I'm not, maybe even if I'm feeling a bit crap one day, I'll try and, make myself seem a little bit in a better mood. But other than that, I'm not going to go for the whole YouTube personality shit. Like, I'm going to just
people know
me.
It's fake. They know it's not real. And if that's not your natural personality, then it won't stick.
Yeah, 100%. And that's it. And I knew going in that I was like, I'm just going to be me, because I don't want the pressure on me to try and be like, what's up, guys? Like, today we're skating this sick new map. It's the best map in Skater XL. And, smash that like button. Dominate the subscribe button, whatever. It's a weird choice of words, but that's not who I am. I'm just a guy that likes playing this game, so it's just what I'm going to bring across, and it seems to have resonated with some people, I guess.
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Okay, I got a bit of a hot topic, and
Yes, go on.
I've been getting people's take. And so, Skater Excel session and the new skate coming out. How is free to play skate going to change the landscape of fake skate? Because
That is a hard one.
everyone's just gonna, like, even if it's not super realistic or whatever, everybody's gonna check it out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be a huge inflation in the fake skate community.
Yeah,
People playing skate, and
especially non-skaters. That's going to be a big deal. Yeah.
right. And so what happened is eventually some of them will fizzle out, but a lot of them are gonna stick. And it's going to completely change the landscape. And I think it's actually going to make the XL and session community kind of bond together, because skate is such a different type of skate game.
Yeah.
Like, I play skate every day. I fucking love skate, but
yeah,
it's such
sick.
a different skate game.
Yeah, skate is, before Session and XL came out, skate was the simulator. That was the closest we got. But since XL and Session, now it's like skate is like the Tony Hawk. Yeah, skate's like the pro skater games, and Session and XL are the real simulator games. But yeah, I don't know. Like, personally, I saw the free to play thing coming from a mile off. I think most people did. Yeah. I think everybody could just smell it. They're like, EA, the way it was just marketed, you could smell it from miles away. Like, this is going to be a free to play game, and they're going to give us tons of gear to pay for. It's all going to be behind paywalls, and it makes complete sense. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say it's bad, maybe not great for the consumer, but from a business standpoint, it's genius. Skateboarding is all about swag. Creative expression and swag. Yeah, it's all about gear. It's all about swag. Skaters are like the most what's the word I'm looking for?
Fashion conscious.
Yeah, fashion content conscious, and we're I was actually thinking of this earlier today for some reason. Materialistic. We're very materialistic. Like, we just, every time we just want to buy new skateboards. We want to buy new clothes. Like, I just bought a Thrasher hoodie earlier because I was like, I really want this. I don't really need it, but I was like, I want to buy this. Like, we love new gear. So EA are, like, as evil as they are, they're smart as hell to be like, that we can pretty much have an entire virtual skate shop and people will pay to buy this stuff, and they're going to they're going to get their money. People are going to pay.
Well, I was going to spend $60 anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, and like, I don't think that it's necessarily a bad thing. It's so hard to tell though, because from I take it you've probably been watching all like the leaked gameplay footage like everybody else.
Yeah. Which is like totally coming from them. Like, there's no way that much leaked footage is happening, and it's not controlled by them. It's like drugs, bro. It's being put out there by people who need it to be put out there.
They're giving us these little tastes here and there, and they're already getting us hooked. Yeah, 100%. But the game, I'm not gonna lie, the game looks fun. Yes, it's still cartoony, it's still skate, but what else did you expect? But it looks good. The animations look solid. It looks like a fun game.
But for me, it's about what they didn't say during their release, their press conference, or their sit down on the couch talking to people, pretending they didn't know each other.
Pretending that it wasn't all like already
oh my Christ,
rehearsed all day.
Absolutely. And so it was about what they didn't say. Like, events will be behind a paywall. Most of your gear, they said the map was going to be free, but like, cool, man. Skater XL also came with maps. It's, if you don't have like the ability to go online and do certain things and whatever, it's going to be a dead community to the people that don't want to pay to be in it, right? So
I definitely see. I'm gonna play it. Like, don't get me wrong. When it comes out, I'll play it. I'm gonna probably do some videos on it because it's interesting. Oh,
absolutely. I'm gonna play the shit out of that game.
Right.
I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah. No.
I'm just saying that we're gonna see this huge influx in the fake skate community from this, this thing. And I feel that a lot of people are just gonna be separated on this, like, well, why pay for Skater XL? Why pay for Session?
Yeah.
Why go on mod.io and support these guys when I can just, you know, play skate for free and spend $2 on, you know, a Baker board or whatever?
Yeah.
Because
And
that
also
sucks,
have the same experience on console as PC players would, I'd imagine.
right?
No,
Because we're
I think
going
you're
like
100%.
five guys that made a game versus like an entire industry company slash
Yeah.
created the genre almost,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, the thing that they have is they've captured for years of with from Skate 1 all the way to Skate 3, especially Skate 3, they've captured um not just skateboarders' interests, but just gamers in general. Like, you know, most of the YouTubers who play Skate 3 nowadays are, you know, they don't really skate in real life. They're most of them play it because it's popular. And they, you
Absolutely.
know, and that's I think that Skate 4 is going to bring in, or I keep calling it Skate 4. I know it's not even called
It's
that. It's just
Skate
called
4.
Skate. Skate full stop.
It's Skate 4 dot skate dot what it's
Yeah, it just gets confusing unless you say Skate 4.
yeah.
But it's going to be like, I think it's going to pretty much be like the GTA Online of skateboarding games. And there is going to be this influx of loads of people who maybe have never touched a skateboard in real life, which is completely fine. I'm not saying that they can't play. They, you know, if they want to play XL in session, you know, as well, that's,
Yeah.
you know, that's why it's there. But it's just that being that it's free to play and that it has that cartoony kind of fun focus, that's going to bring in a bunch of people that might have never even looked at a skateboarding game before.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right in saying that Session and XL are probably going to like kind of become more tight knit and glued together, because that's going to be the more core simulation skaters.
I really hope so. And you already see this crossover of people importing each other's maps into
Yeah.
games, right? Which means that there's definitely a mutual respect there in terms of like, hey man, I get what you're doing, but I'm on this side of the fence right now.
Yeah.
And I think with Session releasing shortly, it's going
In
to
a
bring
few matter of days, really.
yeah, it's going to bring a lot of people over. I mean, by the
Mhm.
time this podcast is out, it's going to be out already. So
Yeah, that's right. And I'm already going to be playing it
right, your videos will
nonstop.
be out on it already, and
Yeah.
everything we're talking about will be completely irrelevant.
I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be working my day job that day, and I've already booked it off. I'm taking the 22nd. That's my session day.
Good, man.
You know.
That's awesome. That's proper is what that is. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be great because a bunch of people will go over, and like, I'm really excited for Pier 7. I'm excited for San Francisco. It's going to be really cool. The China Banks, I mean, who the hell's not after Thrasher released that video of the history of the China Banks? Like,
that's right. Yeah, perfect
you know
timing.
what I mean? Who doesn't want to skate that all damn day now? But I really think that, you know, competition breeds good product, and there's gonna be this like swapping of back and forth of like, you know, game-changing mod on Session, game-changing mod on XL. It's just gonna, you know what I mean? And it's just gonna kind of like snowball and feed off each other and really become, and you know, we have Untitled Skate game coming out.
Yeah, I mean, the gameplay on that, it looks really good already, considering how early that game is. It's insane work.
Right.
Yeah, I think I can see from here on, for the next 10, 15 years, skateboarding games are going to be like at their best.
Yeah.
You know, for the next 10 years or so to come, skateboarding games are just going to just keep going and keep getting better. It's like Session is going to keep getting updated.
Yeah.
You know,
have you seen that trailer from Digital Devolver Digital?
Is that
Skate Story?
Skate Story? Yes.
That looks different, man. I'm really excited to play that one.
Yeah, that looks insane. It's so nice to see. It's nice to see that somebody's going a different route from the simulation route, you know, and they're going for like narrative.
That studio thinks outside the box like no other
studio,
man. I don't know if you follow their games, but holy shit,
I don't think I've actually played any of their stuff, but I always watch their, you know, their press conferences they do. Yeah. And they always it's like a whole like show. Yeah. And it's like really funny. Yeah, I always tune in for those.
So I mean, the future of fake skate and skate in general is it's looking really bright. What can we look forward to in Pigeon Thief's future? What do you got planned? are you staying the course, or do you have some tricks up your sleeve? What do you even in the next couple of years, where do you see yourself, and what kind of involvement do you see?
I mean, it's like, I'm definitely staying the course. I'm here to stay for, if I can get to making YouTube like my full-time job one day, I'm pushing towards there. If I can just keep doing this, that's all, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got a lot up my sleeve. Definitely session is one, like I'm going to be going in on session. There's going to be a lot more session content for me.
Oh, I love your stats, by the way. I tried them the other day.
Thank you very much.
Because I was telling Buttergrime, every time I play session and I pull a trick off. See how I pull a trick off? Like, I feel like it was so lucky because, it just hasn't clicked yet. Yeah. Where XL is like, I feel like I'm having fun all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where session almost feels like work.
Yep. But in a good way.
It's a totally different rewarding feeling when you land a wicked, clip in session. It's a completely different feeling.
It is. And, we can't, that just comes from, like, I imagine you're similar to me, and you've played so much XL that session is like a breath of fresh air. Like, it's natural, that's going to feel better. And I'm sure in time, session's going to just be like, once you master it, it's still going to be fun, but you're not really going to struggle as much. But I'm going to be playing a ton more session. I'm not going to leave XL behind in the dirt because that's what started the channel. So I actually had just downloaded a bunch of new XL maps tonight that I'm going to check out. And I have one that I'm going to get a look at before it's released. And it's like really, really looks really, really good. Well, it'll be released by now. Okay. But yeah, and then, Skate 4, obviously I'm going to look into that. Untitled Skate game. I'm trying to get in there, get some early access if that's possible. I'm like, awesome. I keep interacting.
Hey, if I get an interview, I'll put in a word.
Yeah, thank you. Please do. I keep interacting with those guys on Instagram and stuff. I'm like, just sliding in there. I'm like, come on, give me something here.
Yeah.
But
throw me a bone.
Yeah, pretty much. But outside of that, I am actually going to start doing some IRL skate vlogs. So I've been skating in more than, like I've been getting back into it and skating pretty much as much as I used to, like when I was like years ago when I was younger and used to like skate every day. So I'm like, what, I want to incorporate my rail skating onto the channel. And like I made a post about it a little while ago.
Yeah, a couple days ago, actually. You said you wanted to start like sharing your IRL skate experience.
Yeah, and like, to my surprise, that post did really well. A lot of people got like 100 thumbs up or whatever, and a bunch of comments, people saying do it. And I was like, this is awesome, because I thought, obviously I have a channel built off fake skate, built off skateboarding video games. Going into real life stuff might not be what people want, but I don't know, everyone seems super supportive and wants me to do it. So
without skate IRL, fake skate doesn't exist. And
yeah,
right, we're always looking to like the new next real thing to emulate.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, we're just emulating real life, aren't we? So
right? and we're simulating it, and we get to do it on our time with our style, the way we want to, which is what makes it so amazing.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
So it really brings a completely different like creature out of people. Like, one of the reasons that I love this community and that I'm just going to be involved in it for the rest of my friggin' life is because I get to use my imagination again, man.
Yeah.
Like, when the hell did that stop and why?
Yeah, like, when in your adult life do you ever get to use your imagination? Like, we don't, that's a luxury now, You know
what I mean? Like, we got Steve's energy drinks, we got like homie skateboards, what I mean? There's just all these amazing people doing like so much effort into this like thing that's being held together by one another. And that's just like, it's such a friggin' cool thing to be a part of.
It's honestly, it's the best community that I've ever been a part of, and it's the best parts of real life skateboarding mixed with the best parts of gaming, and it's like merged into this, and the best parts of everybody's talents outside of both of those things, from like art, video editing, product design. These people are putting their real world talents into this little virtual world.
Yeah, man.
And they're coming out with these insane, I mean, you know, if these things were like, if a lot of these things were real life businesses, like you were just, you know, they'd be amazing, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
amazing companies. And there's so many amazing things. I mean, it's essentially it is a virtual reality, you know?
Well, it's because it's the labor that we choose to put out,
Yeah.
right? Versus the labor we're forced to put out. And that just breeds like love. Like you put so much love into the product that you can't help but recognize that from someone else,
Mm-hmm.
because you know we all do that in a different variation, some way, shape, or form in our lives. We put love into something. So when we see
Mm-hmm.
love in something else, we really recognize it, and it's something that we
Oh
can.
yeah, that's what you gravitate towards 100%. And yeah, and there's love in everything we do in this fake skate world because otherwise we wouldn't be doing it because there's no
Right.
reason there, you know, we're not really gaining anything from it
No.
apart from just meeting really cool people and sharing that fun and that passion. That's all we're getting from it. We're not really getting
Right.
any real life benefits from it. You know, we do it because we want to be here and we want to do it. And that's like the most pure form that anyone could ask for. You know what I mean?
Right. So to close us off, bro, how about you tell us maybe some words of encouragement for people that want to get into streaming or that just want to get involved with fake skate? What would you tell them?
You know, I just say, just put away any concerns or any fears you might have about joining a community you might not know. If you play any sort of fake skate game and or you love skateboarding, if you just have a love for it, just go in because there's going to be people there waiting to support you and people are going to be waiting to see your stuff and they're instantly just going to respond with good things. You know, just dive into the deep end. It's going to be worth it. This is the one community where it'll work out for you no matter what, because nobody wants to hate here. So,
That's right.
yeah, just go for it. That's what I did. I can't give any real advice because I just went for it. I didn't, you know,
I think
and it
that was
worked.
some really good advice, dude. I
Thank
think
you.
you just did it.
Yeah, I
That's
mean that's just what I did. I dived in. So yeah, everyone else just go for it. You know, what's holding you back? There's nothing to lose, basically.
that's right. Well, thank you so goddamn much for being on Digital Joyride.
Dude,
I know
thank you.
the community appreciates it. I appreciate it. Um, I'd love to do it again sometime for
Dude,
sure.
yeah, honestly, like thank you for having me. Like this is such it's so awesome to be a part of this. It's so cool to see this happening, being a thing.
I'm
So
really excited to do this, man. I work 60 hours a week at a job.
wow. Yeah.
I have a 1 year old,
Yeah. Wow.
and I'm using every breath of air I have to schedule, to edit, to put stuff together, and to hopefully make content that people are going to appreciate, such as your friggin' self. I can
Thank you.
only hope to emulate what you're doing with such a passion and such a love that you do. So I just want to say thank you so much for your time, man.
I
And
appreciate that, man. Thank
we'll
you. Thank you. Thank you.
no, absolutely. Thank you
Honestly.
so much, dude. Um, yeah.
Come
Uh,
on. That was a lot of fun. I appreciate you, you know,
oh, thank you.